Good morning, Desert Mystics. Last night we had the Healing Drum Circle, and this isn't a fun drum where we just get together and play for fun. And it's not a ceremonial drum circle. It is a working, healing, hands-on drum circle while we do actual work. And what I realized, last night it got pretty deep, got pretty intense. What I realized though is that I need to address how my experience of doing healing work works. There's a lot of different layers to healing. There's the emotional, the spiritual, the physical aspect, and the blockages can be energetic, they can be trauma, they can be past life stuff, they can be soul contracts that need to be broken or rewritten. There's just a variety of ways that we have blockages to our healing. So my experience has been, for the most part, that healing happens in layers. And some people can get very discouraged because they have a session and they don't have the instantaneous magic result that they wish for. But what's happening is we're peeling away a layer. And so we deal with the layer that presents itself at the moment, that's the priority, and we deal with that layer. And whether it's, like I said, it could be an emotional blockage, trauma, whatever, and we work with that. Well, what happens, that layer gets peeled away, but that makes room for the next layer to come to the surface. And so it is a process of peeling away and peeling away. And I have had many experiences working in the healing room of just instantaneous energetic shifts. Not so much in the physical realm, although there are some of those, but a lot of that happens in the spiritual, emotional realm, where we can unlock blockages and really have a big shift in perspective and a big just healing and clearing that energy that was keeping them from, whatever they were trying to heal from. So I think it's really important to acknowledge and realize that we have to have a lot of patience sometimes in our healing process, and realize that it's complicated many times, it's very layered, and there's a lot to sort through. Humans are complicated, and we all internalize things differently. We all have different things that have affected us and influenced us. Maybe someone's doing some black magic on you and you don't know about it. That's a whole nother ball game, but it can be dealt with. And so we first and foremost need to have an awareness of what are we dealing with. So then we can make a plan of, okay, what presents itself first as a priority, and then ask Spirit, how do we deal with that? How do we clear it? And, just staying connected to Spirit and allowing our to be directed, and just tune in and listen and do what we need to do. But last night was pretty intense, and we saw a lot of layers get peeled. And I love doing this work, but I'm really tired today. I'm really tired. And I really want to thank everyone who chose to come and participate in that, and the people that help with that. Is just really a magical thing. And this was never my idea. Spirit totally put this together and has evolved this circle into something that I never could have imagined. And a lot of what we do in the healing room has organically filtered into this healing circle. And that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool just to be the observer and watch and see the evolution of it all. But this morning, I just really felt like I wanted to address the layers that we all go through in our own individual healing process. And just encourage each of you to be a little more patient, realize that you are in process, everything is in perfect timing. And for example, my husband had been sick for 2 months, and I'd done some work on him, and he'd been to the doctor and all this stuff. He had this respiratory stuff that's been going around. And there was a bigger plan going on. And of course, he didn't realize it at the time. I didn't realize it at the time. But when he got to the other end of it, it really served a higher purpose of making him just stop and reevaluate things and really connect with his guides and he did a big spiritual leap through this process. So don't tend to judge your healing process as too slow or wrong. It's perfect. It's exactly perfect how it needs to be. I went through an extremely long healing process for probably about 25 years for my own healing process, but it served a higher purpose. So it's okay. It's going to be okay. I'm sorry if you're suffering, but there's a higher purpose going on here. And just allow yourself a little grace and a little patience and allow the process to unfold. And you'll see the higher purpose on the other side of it. I know that's like hindsight is 20/20 in the rearview mirror, right? Uh, but I don't know. I didn't set up the process. Anyway, that was kind of my 2 bits for today. I just wanted to talk about all the layers and give you a little different perspective on your healing process. So have a beautiful day. Bye.